Hello, my name is Fern G. Zed Carr. My website is www.ferngzedcarr.com. Welcome to Shards of Crystal Book Launch Part 3. I'm pleased to share excerpts from the launch of my poetry collection, Shards of Crystal. The launch took place in New Westminster, a member municipality of Metro Vancouver, BC, Canada. It's also the location of Silverbow Publishing. The event was organized by my publisher, Poet Laureate Emerita Candace James, and was hosted by Warren Dean Fulton, the MC of Poetry New Westminster's Poetic Justice Reading Series. This is part 3 of 5 of my book launch. Enjoy! Okay, so relatively speaking, as you can guess by the pun in the title, is about relatives or family. The first story is very unfortunate. It's true, it did happen, and it's called My Father's Fingers. The dirty 30s, two rough and tumble brothers, chop, chop, chopped wood, their every breath a ghost in the winter air. As they chop, chop, chopped wood, for a home warmed by 12 children, not by coal. A home reduced to 10 by the mathematics of loss. Scars of many variants running deep and sharp, especially for the brother who steadied a log on the shapen stump of a tree, a split second before the eager blade of an axe left its bloody weight of severed fingers, 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 and a misshapen stump of a hand. Now, I was also a teacher, I think you might have mentioned, and one of the classic things the twins do, especially identical twins, they try to trick the teacher, and oh, I'm writing a test today, and meantime it's really the sibling, and all kinds of shenanigans like that. And so I thought, okay, well, it's all funny, but what happens in an instance where something tragic happens and one twin is left behind? So that's the premise for this poem. Okay, twin. Identical twins, ginger-haired, freckled, twinkle in their eyes, as they each pretend to be the other, two halves of a whole. One half stalked by leukemia, purple bruises creeping leopard-like over his body, snarling as they drag their kill away. Vigilant, his brother watches and waits for his turn. He never comes, bearing him in guilt every time he passes him near, a living reflection of the child his parents lost. Okay. I feel bad that I'm depressing everybody here, but anyway, the next one, Tomorrow is Cancelled. That deals with accidents, funerals, and then it moves a little bit towards the supernatural, so I have some semi-spooky poems in here too. The first one, Return to Sender, is another story that I picked out of the news. In Kelowna, there's Lake Okanagan Resort, and they've since repaired the road, but there's a very steep hill adjacent to the lake, and it was quite dangerous driving. So, Return to Sender, and I also put an epigraph in this poem, the one that I'm sure you've heard before. It says, I'm quoting it here, neither snow nor rain nor heat nor gloom of night stays these couriers from the swift completion of their appointed rounds. And that's an inscription on the General Post Office in New York City. No snow, no rain, no heat, no gloom of night, just good old-fashioned sunshine enveloped the mail truck as it doggedly grappled its way to the summit, passing conifers and homes nudged slightly askew by their mountain host on a glorious Disney morning, blossoms a-bloomin' and birds a-tweetin'. The postmistress steered her van with one hand while she sorted mail with the other. Experienced eyes darting back and forth, road, mail, road, mail, road, mail, until the road got lost in the mail, and she found herself being returned to sender. Truck plummeting into the azure lake below. A splash, silence, eternity. Now she's but an anecdote stamped into memory, local folklore shared with tourists on lazy summer days. Okay, this next one, this was years ago. It's when I attended an open casket funeral for the first time, and it just got me a little philosophical. So I wrote this poem, Why Are the Dead So Still? Arms crossed, lying motionless in an open casket, he gazes upwards through closed eyelids. Maybe if I look hard enough, I'll see him flinch or wriggle his nose at the acrid smell of incense rising from the censer. Holy water sprinkled on his body, it tickles, so why doesn't he laugh? Proudly dressed in his finery, he's unaware of us as we mill past to say our final goodbyes. We stare at his waxen appearance, wondering when our turn will come, and whisper kind comments to which we rudely receive no response. Death is a stubborn master. It compels complete passivity. We're told that he's at rest, that he's attained eternal happiness. Not physical happiness, surely. He can't even laugh anymore. When the casket is closed and he's laid to rest, he's unable to breathe a sigh of relief, punctuating a lifetime of pain. Because the dead must be still. That is the rule.
Acknowledgements and credits. All poems contained herein, copyright Fern G. Sad Carr. My Father's Fingers, Twin, Return to Sender, and Why Are the Dead So Still are from my poetry book, Shards of Crystal. Return to Sender was first published in Cirque. Why Are the Dead So Still was first published in Poetry New Zealand. Red Crystal Points photo, courtesy of Jason D. on Unsplash. Shards of Crystal photo, copyright Fern G. Sad Carr. Videography, courtesy of Alex Carr. Book launch, organized by Silverbow Publishing and Poetic Justice Reading Series, Poetry New Westminster. Venue, courtesy of the Heritage Grill.